Hi, this is Nancy here in Wyoming Earth Treasures. I'm going to make a small video. I did some tumbling of some blue forest petrified wood and a few other rocks. I just want to do a small short video to show you our results. So check them out. And so we'll do a mine first. This is that limb cast, one of the limb casts that I found. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Look at the end of it. That is just gorgeous. That's a little bitty limb cast. And then here's my other little bitty limb cast. And as I stated in that one video, what gives Blue Forest the name Blue Forest is the blue chalcedony that accumulates on it. And here is a piece of that chalcedony that fell off during the tumbling process. So I was thinking of maybe gluing it back on there. And I believe that there's another piece here that fell off, and I can tell it's got a little curved right here, and I think it also came from that. And so yeah, those are the two little limb casts I got. They are so beautiful. And it's gone to, now of course all these are small pieces. We will get up there one day and dig and get ourselves a log. Here's a little piece. And this one, I think this is the one. Maybe, it looks like there may be a knot there. I think it has a little bitty of that blue chalcedony right there. Some other little pieces. Here's a real pretty piece. Just think after it tumbles, it's so pretty. It just comes out all of these different designs. And a blue forest, petrified wood. It gets algae on it and that chalcedony. So some of these have a mixture of all three, or just a couple, or just a little. Like this is a piece that you can see the wood right there. And then a little bit of that chalcedony, and then over here is all of that petrified algae. And it's just so pretty. So there's my blue forest petrified algae. Now this isn't all because we put these in two 3-pound tumblers, so we weren't able to put it all in there. Here's some. This is all my husband's. Not all my husband's, but this in this here area is was my husband that he found a lot of little pieces, and he has several pieces that have quite a bit of algae on it. This one has a lot of that petrified algae surrounding the wood. There's a little piece of wood right there, and then the rest of this is algae. Some of that algae takes on a shine, some of it doesn't. Look at that detail of that algae, those little dots in there. Here's another piece of his with a lot of that blue chalcedony and algae. I don't even know if there's any wood in that piece. Somewhere in there, maybe disintegrated. And this piece looked like it has like kind of a crystal structure, but it got smoothed out during the tumbling process. And a lot of that algae. This looks like just some algae. Here's a piece, you can see the wood. And there's a piece with that chalcedony and algae. And this is a very pretty piece. Lots of patterns in there. Pretty. Another piece of that chalcedony with a lot of the algae. And just some small pieces. I guess you could use some of these to make jewelry. It looks like some kind of algae. Just a weird. It looks kind of like a jasper or a chert or something different. A lot of little pieces. And that's this batch. We still have more. And then on my batch, I threw in some little pieces, like this piece I found, I think, in my yard. It was just weird because it had that red and then the brown, so I threw that. It's kind of cool. I have no idea what it is. I looked up. Hold on. Hi. So this is a continuation of my blue forest that I did a while ago. I got a phone call and I thought I came back and finished it up, but I didn't. So we're gonna finish that up now. So I tumbled these with that blue forest wood, and we're gonna go over them. There's just a little bit. We're gonna go over a few. It's kind of like a montage from our yard, from a couple of our trips, from our claim. So let's see here. Let's go with this one. This is that adventuring that I got when I did that selenite trip. So if you watch my selenite trip, I didn't film this, but we also, I guess there was a lot of people that got adventuring. So this is the adventuring I got out there. And it's pretty. It's shined up nicely. Some of the stuff that I got from my yard, let's see here. I think I got all of this from my yard right here. Okay, and this, we'll set that aside. So here's a piece I got from my yard. I thought this was really cool. It caught my eye because it has this like orange, which I think is really pretty. And it's got some magnesium dendrites in there. Isn't that beautiful? So that's a yard rock down there at the bottom. Make sure you watch my video of the rocks we find in our yard because it's 17 acres of hills and valleys and stuff. So we're always finding some pretty cool stuff outside. And another like agate with some orange in it. Let's see here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. It's a yard rock. And I picked this one up. I just thought it was kind of unique with this here red, little red, and then whatever this is, some kind of green, dark green, olive kind of green, grayish rock with a red. We have found some coral in our yard, so I'm thinking this could be coral. And here's a really cool piece, and I believe this is coral too. It's just a little bit. It's really cool. It's got a lot of like agate in there, and look at this. It's got some little bit of sparkly stuff in there, crystals. That's a really pretty piece. And here's a piece of banded iron, little piece of banded iron. Can't really see that. It's a cute little piece that'll go in with my banded iron stuff. Another little piece I believe is coral from our yard. And some of that green, I think it's called epidite or something like that. We find a lot of that in our yard, epidite. And I think this is like some maybe jasper, maybe some granite mixture or something. Just to shine, we'll throw it into our jasper bucket to sell. It's got some, this one's got some dendrites in it. I don't know if it's got any kind of, but look at that. Isn't that just pretty? We'll just throw that into the jasper bucket outside. And this rock, I entered into the fair as a rock is found, but then I cut it up, and look at this. It is so pretty. Can you see that? I brought it to the Gem and Mineral Society, and somebody says they think that there's some opal in there. And it's got all these little like little circular things in there. I'm wondering if it's, you know, some kind of coral. And here's another piece of it, and it broke off. See here. See that? That pretty. I think I could see some. It looked like, you know, some kind of red in there or something I seen earlier. But it's real pretty. Just a little piece that broke off. Well, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's a little bitty piece, but it's really pretty. It's got, look at that. You see that blue in there? And then I threw a couple of pieces of our opal. We have an opal claim, and it's quite a ways away. We haven't been there a couple of years. Probably need to reclaim it. Anyway, and I also have a bucket. I have this on sale on eBay. It's raw opal. It's $10 a pound if you want to go in and buy any. But it's this fluorescent opal. Look at that. So this is tumbled. Look how green. I don't think this one has a little bit of fluorescent. It's got a little bit of, you know, this opal is a mixture of like common opal with some dendrites in it and some of that fluorescent opal. We call it Opal Cove opal. That's what we chose to call our claim. But look at this. Is that not gorgeous? So if you go into eBay and look at our thing, you can see. And it doesn't look like much, but it is really pretty and really cool how it glows after it's with a UV black light. This is like more pilot, really pretty. And then we have this rock. Let me turn off that black light. I think this is a Sweetwater agate. It's really dark. You can kind of see a little bit of clearness in there, but I think it's a Sweetwater agate that got thrown in there. So that will go into our agate bucket. And this I didn't tumble this. I just was cleaning it with our bucket of baculites. I think it's really cool. It's got this like, look at that. It's got this like crystal down in there. Could probably shine that up a little bit better. We have so many baculites and stuff too, but it's got all kinds of junk on it. But I cleaned that off and popped all that junk off. And it's pretty cool. You see the little segments there. And here, lastly, we have this piece of petrified wood that we found in our yard, or that was found in our yard. And most of the petrified wood we find in our yard has this like agate kind of look to it, you know. It's kind of cool. So that's pretty. So I'm going to throw these in my buckets out in my shed. I'll do a video later before of all the things that I'm going to bring. But I'm going to this. It's called the Crystal Festival. It's a Crystal Festival, a rock and mineral gem and crystal show. It's in Logan, Utah. Is that Logan, Utah? Yeah. It's at the Cashe County Fairgrounds, 490 South 500 West Logan, Utah. And it's December 21st and December 22nd. So my son lives in Ogden. So we're going to go there for the winter break. And I'm going to bring a bunch of my stuff. And we're going to sell it there. So if you do show up to the show and you go to our booth, Wyoming Earth Treasures booth, and show me that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, I will give you a free piece of definitely a piece of petrified wood, and you can choose. I think I'm going to bring some banded iron to either to sell and to give away to my subscribers, and I think maybe some petrified algae I'll give away. Your choice of one of those three if you come to this Logan, Utah Crystal Festival December 21st and 22nd, and I will make a video of all the stuff that I'm going to bring. Not everything, but a lot. And so the next thing we're going to do is we are finally done with our lysite agate that I tumbled. We're going to do a separate video on that. We're going to attach this to the other video that I made about blue forest petrified wood. And so come back and see our part 3 lysite agate that we will be doing here shortly. And have a good day, and thank you for watching and subscribing and sharing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have a good day. Bye-bye.